Welcome to Rich Discussions, where depth meets purpose. This is more than just a program. It's a space where we explore the richness of life through theology, spirituality, and real conversations about growth, purpose, and advancement. Here we don't just talk, we dig deeper into truth, into faith, into the mindset and principles that elevate lives. If you're seeking clarity, spiritual strength, and practical wisdom to move forward in life, you are in the right place. And I'm your host, James Writer Simtonga, and this is Rich Discussions. Let's grow, let's think, let's elevate. Welcome to episode 2 of Rich Discussions. Episode 1 was powerful, and we started something in episode 1 where we started a subject we are looking at relationships and their important ramifications in life. So in episode 1, we started something and we started the keys or the laws of relationships. So we started with on how to be grateful in relationships. Then we went to how to exercise honor around relationships. So I started something where I was saying, you see, 90% of every person's prayers will be answered through people. In fact, whatever you are praying for right now, the chances are very high that a person can answer it. Any kind of prayer. So for example, you can be praying, trusting God, I need a car. I need this amount of money. But guess what? There's a person that has that amount of money and has nothing to do with it. So we have to understand this, because we have to understand God's ecosystem of elevation. And one of the things about God's ecosystem of elevation is on the mystery of relationships and how God has set it as God's ecosystem of elevation. Because we even see something in the life of Naomi and Ruth, that, that she was saying that, where can I go? Where can I go? Saying, no, go back, because the son had died. The son had died. But she was saying that the son of Naomi had died. And she was saying, Ruth was saying to Naomi, Naomi was saying to Ruth that go back to your home, because even if I had children, even if I was to have children, how long will you wait? How long will you wait for one to grow up and to marry you? But you see, there's something that Ruth says. It says, where you go, I will go. Where you die, I will die. Your people will be my people. She understood something, that there is something about this person that as long as I'm in their life, you see, can I tell you something? A lot of things became complicated around Lot because he had left Abraham. He had left a correct relationship. So when we understand, you see, can I tell you the truth? There are people that when you leave, it has consequences. And sometimes the consequences might not be good. Why? Because of the part that they play in your life. So it's important that we get to some of these things, that people are important. People are very powerful. And understanding the importance of people is very important, because if you don't prioritize this thing, you'll be moving around the circle whilst there is a way out. So I want us to move now. Concerning relationships, and we're going to be moving to the third law, or the third key of relationship, which is always adding value. So in the quest to grow in the understanding around relationships, one of the things that we all have to understand, it is on how to grow in value as a person and how to grow in value towards that relationship. Because every relationship is always sustained by value. So meaning there is a value system that should continuously be an exchange in that relationship. That's why can I advise you something? There are people that are weighing you down. There are people that are wait. I remember, and because of ministry, we hear a lot of funny things. There are things that when you are hearing, people are telling you. A certain lady came to me and was saying, sir, there's this guy, that I want to go out with. When you look at the person, you're like, what? You see, when you look and the person is convinced that this is the person. And away from romantic relationship, it's important that we grow in the mastery that people are important. You just can't be anywhere, anyhow. Relate, not placing value on people. So the first thing to do with regards to relationship is to understand how to add value to a relationship. You see, and I think it's important to just love people, because I feel it is easy to relate with people and to add value to the lives of people when you just love people. So for example, this that I'm doing here, it is because of love. And for me to do this here is because of a correct relationships that the Lord has exposed me to help necessitate for me to come and speak into your lives like this, and you are blessed and things like that. So always manage and learn how to place people. When we talk about value, we're not just talking about what you add to people, but we're also talking about the understanding on how to place people where they need to be placed or where they need to be. So yeah, the first thing that's from today, we're understanding that value, learn how to add value to people. How to add value to people. And when we say add value, we just don't mean money. You can add value by your skill set. You can add value by what you've learned. You can add value by anything that makes you become valuable. You can add value. Do you know one thing that the Lord told me? The Lord told me something. He says, you see, sometimes it is hard because the person has not mastered. If I can be honest with you, this series on relationship might be the most important thing you have ever heard. Might be the most important thing you have ever heard. This series on relationship. That's why if I were you, I would be so glued to this thing. Because this thing might be the most important thing you've ever heard. Because relationships are the biggest differences between people. So if I were you, I'll be stay glued. So the first point we're saying, learn how to add value to people's lives. Learn how to be a blessing to people. Learn how to be a blessing to people. Be a blessing in the life of people. I'm still continuing with that. And the other thing about relationships that we have to understand is learn how to be present in the lives of people. Learn how to be present. When I say present, there are people that are there, but they are not present. When you're talking to some, and it's important that I say this, because as I said in the previous episode, there are people that think that what I'm saying is not important. What I'm saying is very important. What I'm saying is extremely important. Learn how, you see, marriages end because people don't know what I'm talking about, how to be present. How to be present. Relationships end because there are people that are there, but they are not present. There are people that are there, but they're not. So learn how to be present in the lives of people. When you're talking to a person, let them know that you are present, your attention. And as I said earlier, a lot of things are messed up because people don't know how to be present. People are there, but they are not present. I know there are a lot of things that are happening. There are economical things. You are trying to sort out that. You are trying to do this. You are trying to do that. But learn how to be present. Learn how to be present. Don't just be there. And there are people that in this quest, they've mastered the opposite of learning how not to be present. So when they enter a room, for example, they don't want to be seen. No, it's not a good thing. Learn how to be present. If you are in a room must be felt. If you are in a place must be felt. Learn how to be present. Learn how to be present in the lives of people. Learn how to be present. Sometimes just write a message. Say, you know what? you have been a blessing to me in this area, and say this. Learn how to be presently appreciating people. So the fourth value, the fourth law of relationship is learning how to be present in people. Learning how to love people for who they are. Learning how to love people. As I said, the fifth value is loving people for who they are. Just loving people. Just loving people. You know, the relationship that we have with God is a relationship of love, where God loves us for who we are. Learn how to love people, just loving people, minus expecting a lot of things from people, just loving people's dreams, just loving people being helped, just loving a person that I want to see this person go forward. Learn how to love people. And somebody might be saying, what do you mean learn how to love people? What I mean is learn how to love people. Learn how to love people. You can learn. There's a mentor told me something the other time. He says, anything that is powerful in life can be learned. Anything that is powerful in life can be learned. Why? Because you don't look at life the way it is. You look at life the way you are. You don't look at life the way it is. You look at life the way you are. So when we say learn how to love people, learn how to look at people and look at them as God looks at them. And now I'm speaking as a Christian. Learn how to just love people, where you just want to see the best of people. And why is this important in relationship? This is important in relationship because if you don't learn how to love people for who you are, you will always be looking for a way out of your problem. And sometimes this is the problem when we've built a breakthrough kind of a mentality, even in religious circles, where when somebody is looking at a person, is just looking at a way out of something. They are not looking at a person as something that I should be a blessing to, but they are looking at a person, they have a breakthrough mentality. When I say a breakthrough mentality, is where any person that you are looking at, you're only looking at it as somebody that can help me. No, sometimes it's not supposed to be like that. Sometimes just love people. Just try to help people. Sometimes it's not because, no, somebody said you don't sow where you don't reap where you sow, but you certainly reap because you have sown. So just learn how to love people, loving people's dreams. It's a it's a law of relationship that when you are relating with somebody, you just want them to go forward. So the other law, as I'm trying to wind up, is you see, don't be offended. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. One of the temptations around relationships is offense. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. Offense is one of the killers of relationships. A lot of relationships have gone wrong because people are offended. And this cuts across different aspects. Romantic relationship, mental relationship. Sometimes there are people that are angry with God. They are offended against God. And there are people that are offended against God. They are angry that, Lord, if you were there, how did my father die like that? Lord, 5 intercessors entered our room and they prayed for my father and he still died. They are offended. Learn how not to be offended against people. This is not just about romantic offense. There are people that can be offended even with God. They are just offended. Learn how to safeguard yourself from offense. Learn how to be like that. So from here, this is one of the things I just wanted to bring to your attention, that, people are powerful. You see, I was sharing this while I was ministering somewhere, that you see, David was praying after they had stolen his wives and his other properties with his men. David came back, and after he came back to his place. He found his people, his wives have been stolen, and other of his belongings. Then David went and started praying. David was praying, and the Lord spoke to David. He says, pursue, overtake, and you recover all. And God has spoke to David that pursue, overtake, and recover all. David is on a journey. He meets a man who is undergoing a problem. And David just loves people for people. He just say, why is this? David helps a person, helps to be kind with a person, and finds out that the person was part of the people that came to raid his house. Guess what? It was God that spoke to David, says, go and overtake, pursue and recover. Oh, you overtake. But it was through a man that David went and pursued and recovered all. Meaning, even if God has said it, if you don't understand people, it might still not come to pass. Because people are God's systems of manifestation. Blessings. So we are still continuing on the laws and the keys of relationships. And it has been me, James Writer Simtonga. I know this has been a blessing to you. Follow, subscribe, share this to a friend. If you love that friend of yours, you send them this link and say, you are special to me. I want you to grow in this relationship that we have. So blessings, and see you in the next episode.